Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at The Lost Hero, Chapter 32, Jason's Story. Now, in this chapter, they fell asleep in a mansion. They wake up, and some old guy kind of comes into a room, and the coach just wants to fight him, just wants to smash him. But Leo and Jason and Piper hold on to the coach, and they just try to talk. They find out that this is King Midas, and if you know any stories, Greek stories, King Midas had the Midas touch. Anything he touched, it turned to gold. And the room that they're in is completely covered in gold. The floor is gold, the walls are gold, everything is gold. And this is the guy they meet. He has a son. I can't remember his name, but he's a really big, strong warrior. So Midas is trying to find out some information, from the group. They end up sending Coach Hedge outside because Coach Hedge just wants to fight. And they're sitting down, and they learn that Midas still has his magical power, touching something and turning it to gold. They take Piper's backpack, and he touches her backpack, and the backpack turns to like a magic gold. And they can store the spirits inside this backpack. Pretty crazy. I don't know how he made it magic. It's gold, and now it's also magic. Let's see, what else? They're talking a bit, and Piper and Leo and Jason, they're trying to get information, and they're trying to not have to fight. Okay, they want a good encounter, but it doesn't sound like this is gonna go well. Midas starts talking about these hunters. They were searching for some wolves, and we find out that they were the sisters of Artemis, or daughters of Artemis. Can't remember. And one of those being Jason's sister. And Midas was sad because they left without turning into gold statues. I don't know what it is, but everyone wants statues. Ice statues, gold statues. And they got away. They're chasing some bad wolves. And it's at this point where suddenly Jason and Piper and Leo start to feel like, oh man, something bad's gonna happen. Well, it turns out that Midas doesn't want them to leave. He wants to turn them into gold statues. And so he gives them a choice. You can either become a gold statue, or my son will kill you or fight you. But he thinks the son's going to kill them. At first, Piper tries to use her charm speak. Oh no, Mr. Midas. But, boing, he touches her and she turns to gold. And Leo tries to use his fire. Boing! Touches him. He turns to gold. And now it's just Jason. And he's about ready to touch Jason. And Jason says, wait! I choose battle. I want to fight. And Midas is a little disappointed. He's like, oh, well, now you're going to have to die. But that's your choice. We also learn that Midas's gold touch, it makes it so other powers don't work in his room. So that's why Leo couldn't use his fire, and Piper couldn't use her charm speak, because his gold kind of protected him, and made it so their powers didn't work very well. So Jason starts to fight Midas' son, and this is a hard fight. But it kind of sounds easy. Like Jason's just dodging. He flips his coin and it turns into kind of a spear. And he's just kind of blocking. And he's doing okay. He ends up hitting with the back of his spear the son. And he kind of goes forward. And then King Midas is like, oh, do you need help? And the son says, no, I don't need any help. But Jason says, oh, you might want to grab him. And Midas forgets again about his gold touch. He touches his son, and his son turns into a gold statue. So now it's just Midas and Jason. And Midas is trying to touch Jason too, but Jason is too fast. He makes it so Midas trips over a table, and then Jason gets kind of angry, and he summons his lightning, because gold is a very good conductor of lightning. And so he shoots some lightning, and then a big chandelier falls on top of Midas, and so he's kind of trapped. And then I believe Jason uses his lightning powers to blow up the ceiling of the mansion, and then it just starts raining. Now, the way to cure Midas's gold touch is to use running water. So the rain, I guess, is considered running water, to moving water, and it washes the gold. So Piper comes back, Leo comes back, and all these other statues start to come back. Jason, he throws a blanket on top of Midas's son so he doesn't get ungolden, and he kind of takes the backpack that Piper had so that way it doesn't break and then the storm spirits fly away. While he's doing this, Coach Hedge comes back. And Jason's like, Coach Hedge, where were you? Because Coach Hedge was supposed to be protecting them. And Jason called for him, but he didn't come. And Coach Hedge was like, I was getting a snack. Does someone need to die now? But it was too late. The battle's already over. And they're like, no, but we better get out of here. And that was the end of chapter 32. Oh, there you go. Running water. Sorry. Well, I really only thought of one vocabulary word in this section that might be hard to understand, and that's bankroll. King Midas had a patron, right? And that was something we studied before. Medea's patron was this unknown person. That was the mother of the giants. And Midas also had a patron who we can guess is the same person. And Midas's job was to bankroll her operation. And bankroll means to pay. So we can use bankroll to say like, this person has so much money, so they just paid for everything. They just used their bank account and just used all the money. And that's what Midas's job was. His job was to make money, and it's pretty easy. Boing, turn something to gold, make money. So he had to make gold, and then they would use that money to do things like get Medea's potions and armor, to maybe get weapons for like the Cyclopses, right? They would just use all that money to kind of make their operation work more easily. Discussion question. I would like to ask you, what do you think is the most important thing in life? All right. Now, of course, you probably already get this question a lot, okay? And you already have 3 things that you think are the most important. And that's fine, okay? But I want you to take a moment and really think about it. Because Midas didn't lie to himself, right? There's a part in there where Jason says Midas was a man that looked like he was crazy, accepted he was crazy, and just lived his life crazy. And so he was really scary for Jason. But the reason is because Midas, he said gold is the most important thing. Like, it is just the best. In the past, it had money. Now it has money. Money is the most important. And even his daughter, right? He touched his daughter before. She turned to gold, and he was so sad. No, my daughter. But then he found out how to cure her. He cured her. She was alive again, but she talked too much. So he turned her back to a gold statue. And that's the most important thing for him, is that money, is that gold. Now, probably you don't want to say money's important to you. That's okay. But think about that. What is really important to you in life? Okay? I want to hear why. Okay? Don't just say this. Tell me the reason. Okay? That's the really important part. And of course, I would like you to write your own discussion question so that way we can take time to prepare an answer for it. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Book Club Preview. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.